Little fun fact for you guys, and some of you may already know this based on my previous videos, but this 2-pack was never meant to feature Gearsten Marshall and Marc Sondtimer, who's obviously a brand new release that we're going to be reviewing today. Pretty excited about it, but it was originally going to have Revo Koss and Dats Jam, and it makes sense, right? Revo and Gearsten are pretty comparable despite being different models, and Marc and Dats are actually the same exact model, although Marc has a blown engine slapped on his hood. And is this going to be a cool release? Now, granted, I did say I'm excited to review this car, but I always am, right? I was much more excited to review Chiefess, and I think I'm going to be more excited for Hallam Haynes and Lisa and Luis. And now I don't know what order I'm going to upload the videos in, but I'm just recording them in this order: Chiefess, Marc, and then I'll do the other two. But all I'm saying is that this is kind of I don't know, cheeky repaint. Like, is it something that we're going to really remember when we look back on all the great Cars on the Road releases? I don't think so. But he also has a huge name to live up to. Marc Sondtimer was the producer of Cars on the Road and Miss Fritter's Racing School. He also worked on Moon Mater. So Marc Sondtimer here, dude, you got big shoes to fill. I hope you live up to that guy's name. Like, if I was him, I probably, I would venture to guess he did not pick the car for him to be named after, although he should have. He had the clout to do that, but I would not have picked this guy. I'm sorry. I would have picked like the coolest car I found in the entire show, like Randy or someone like that. Like, that would literally, Randy would have been Mr. Docketer. Like, that's what been his name. But yeah, guys, welcome back to another 2-pack review. Like I just said, we're in the midst of 2023 2-packs Case T. So you'll see the other videos coming out. I might save this one for last because, like I said, I think it's kind of the most boring. I don't want to say that, but out of the bunch of them, yeah, kind of. And yeah, I might do the other ones first. We'll see. Maybe I'll wait to do the cool ones on the weekend and put this one smack dab on a Tuesday. Who knows? I need to think about that. But yeah, guys, welcome back. This is going to be a fun video nonetheless. And yeah, 2023 2-packs Case T is hitting Target stores across the U.S. So go on out there and try and find these bad boys if you want them, which I don't know why you wouldn't. So yeah, Gearsten Marshall here. This guy's been out a lot this year. He was the first new release of the entire year, and he's been included in a lot of cases since then, as a single, that is. But yeah, new for 2023. We'll see if he's a variant at all. I doubt it. Then we have Marc Sondtimer himself here. Looks pretty good, pretty standard art. I think they did change the expression a little bit from the Dats Jam art. Marc Sondtimer, not much of a carified name if you ask me. I mean, time, I guess, racing, like tracks, time trials. I don't know if that's what they were going for. On the back here, as seen Cars on the Road, and they have a couple 2-packs from the last case, actually, which has got really swept under the rug because it just came out, and then we're already now onto the next case. It's like, it's so funny how they waited months and months and months to release this case, and then they're like, okay, you guys have your spotlight now. Oh, never mind, it's been like 1 week, that's enough, and then we're going to put out a case that's like 4 times better. So yeah, there you have Lightning McQueen and Pitstoposaurus, both of which are released as singles, so it's not really a big deal. What is kind of a big deal, though, is Deputy McQueen with Bella Cadaver. Bella Cadaver, like Chiefess, is only going to be released in a 2-pack, and that 2-pack will not be reissued. So kind of a big deal there. Hopefully it's not, as rare as the weeks go on, but right now that is a pretty rare 2-pack that it has hit Target stores in the US, but very sparingly. And like I said, we're already onto this case, so I mean, is that one going to get swept under the rug? Who knows? Then you have Noriyuki and Sarah Cogs. That's a carryover from last year. And we do have Lightning McQueen and Mater in their road trip garb, which is really just like a regular Mater there. So yeah, good stuff. Not as cool as, I don't know why they didn't feature these bad boys on the card back, though, like Chiefess and Lisa and Louise and Hallam Haynes. They kind of went for a pretty lackluster card back, if you ask me. But I'll be right back with this nice set all opened up. I know we've talked about this before, but I think it's pretty obvious what episode of Cars on the Road is Mattel's favorite. Salt Fever. They've hit it so hard, and it's not even been a year since the show's come out yet. I mean, look at all the cars in the background that we've gotten. BJ Gaslam over here is a custom, but everything else has been released as a diecast from Mattel, and most of them multiple times in multiple formats. I mean, Noriyuki's been in a 2-pack and a single. You might even think Gearsten has been in a lot. I mean, look, he's in another 2-pack here, the accessory ones with Nile Speedcone. I will review this soon, by the way, but these obviously take precedent. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy considering he was just released at the start of this year for the first time. Revo Koss has been released a bunch. That's Jammin's been released with Royce Revsley in one of the accessory 2-packs. So it's kind of crazy, but yeah, Mark, welcome to the family, Mark. Hopefully you live up to everyone else, because right now you're actually looking like maybe one of the worst of all the Salt Fever racers. But I think it's honestly just Mattel knowing that racers are fan favorite characters, no matter if they're Piston Cup, Retro, Demolition Derby, and now Salt Flat. So I think that's just honestly what they're going for. But it would be nice if they put some more of the B-movie episode, Cars, Trucks episode, or the wedding attendees to just mix it up a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, there is Gearsten in the episode. We just get a side view of him. I did review him back in December, so I'll leave that link in the description below and card suggestion pop-up if you want to check that out. And there is Mark. We also just get a side view of him, I believe. No frontal action. And so yeah, I do want to compare Gearsten to the original one here. Both are imperfect, which I'm a little upset about. Because see, this one here has like a little brown speck as if he's been eating some chocolate on his lips. And then this one has a couple black specks on his hood. So hopefully the third one that I open up, which is just absurd, is actually kind of nice. But for whatever reason, the newer version here on the right is a much fainter yellow. And it's going to be a little hard to tell in, through the lens of the camera. But you could definitely tell in person that new Gear Dog is fainter. The colors are more washed out, and it's almost like you could see some overspray around the decals. And again, it's so hard to see on the camera, but it's like there's some blue grain surrounding this decal, surrounding the roof decal, especially above it. And it's going to be so difficult to convey over camera, but like in person, it's kind of jarring actually. Like you could definitely tell that this is just a fainter release. It's like the printer's running out of the ink and everything's just getting a little bit less vibrant, a little bit less juicy, you know what I mean? But overall, it's still a nice inclusion. I like this car. I like the bright yellow. 04, RDRR, 15, all these numbers, I have no idea what they mean on any of the Salt Flats racers, so it'd be nice if they clarified that, made like a little book one day. I've always found it weird on Gearsten that they like color half of his dots, like these bolts in the back black, and then the other ones are just gray. He's got a little plastic bumper. No license plate, of course. Let's see how far apart these were made. So S20A. And then this one was R38A. So 52 minus 18 puts you at, I don't know, I'm not going to be able to do math. 42 minus 8, so like 36 or something like that. I don't know, 34, something along those lines. 34 weeks apart. I am so exhausted, guys. So excuse my poor math skills, but yes, yeah. I can tell you that the colors on this one are fainter, though, and that is my job. I can also tell he's got like a little dent. It's like an intentional dent that they put into him right here. That's on both of them. All right, cool. Let me know what you guys think about that. But check out my original review for the full story on him. Now, I will say that Mark is perhaps one of the smoothest feeling diecasts I've ever felt. I mean, this is just like, it could slip out of your hand. It's like ice. I mean, it is just so smooth. And I mean, so is Dats, but not even nearly as smooth as Mark. So kind of interesting there. So yeah, let's take a look at him. He's got his little intake there, which is plastic coming out of the main metal body. So at least these are different molds because this is solid on the hood. Let's take a look at the expressions. Hopefully they changed them up a little bit. It looks like the mouth is... it's pretty similar. It looks maybe flipped, like, because the flare, like, see how that goes like up kind of high, but it does that on this side on Dat. So maybe it was just reversed. The eyes are different though, for sure. The eyelids, that is. So I like that. I feel like this matches kind of his vibe on the card art pretty well. And it's hard to do, you know, with such limited window, like windshield space there to make a good expression. But yeah, I mean, just a solid blue. I mean, the camera doesn't even want to focus on him. I'm not sure what's going on here. But not much to say and review with Marc Sondtimer. This is going to be a short one, guys. But yeah, on the back you have like the vents or whatever, the exhaust. And you can see that that is a plastic piece. That's not part of the main metal body. No parachute for him though, which is a little peculiar. I'm not really sure why. Is that accurate? I don't know. Black instead of gray. He's fine. S22A. I do think this is probably the worst Salt Fever racer though that we've gotten, just because it's very basic and bland. It's a repaint of Dat's Jammin' essentially, who was pretty cool, you know, being Zamac colored. Just an interesting color of him. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that we have him for sure. Like, I'm glad that Mattel decided to release this guy, because I'd like to have as many new characters as possible, but definitely one of the weakest. I think Royce Revsley is still one of the best. Love the colors and his model. I mean, Niall Speedcone's obviously awesome. He's the eel, who I just reviewed a couple months ago, or actually just like 1 month ago now. I'm losing track of time, guys. But yeah, I mean, they all look good together. I just think this is one of their weaker ones, and it's not even really Mattel's fault. I think they did a good job with what Disney and Pixar animated and put on the screen. So all my critiques here are more toward Disney, you know, so Disney and Pixar. So it's really not anything against Mattel. They nailed it. I mean, what else could they have possibly done? Maybe make the blown engine look a little bit more realistic and less plasticky. I mean, who knows? Who knows? All right, guys. I think that is all. Yeah, what the hell else do we have to do? I don't know. I'm really debating. Do I post this like on Tuesday, kind of a slower day? I mean, it's a summer break. I probably won't. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do Lisa and Louise on Tuesday. But then I'd save this one for Saturday, which just doesn't feel right on this Saturday. Maybe I'll do them on a Tuesday. But let me know in the comment section below, or a Thursday rather. Let me know in the comment section below, who's your favorite Salt Fever racer that we've gotten so far. Mine is still Royce Revsley, but Peggy Liner's pretty awesome. It's kind of hard to beat her actually, because she's just so unique and such a unique shape, obviously. Yeah, guys, how do you think about Marc Sondtimer? And I'll see you soon for another video. Bye now.